Hello, I'm Alex, G0AGT. Got a TS 450S in the shack. I've got it for sale on listed on Facebook Market at the moment for £300. I've just been playing around with it just to get a feel for the radio. I use Yaesu radios, so it's nice to have a Kenwood, access to a Kenwood, and Kenwood, they're very popular for their quality. So I thought, yeah, let's put the DX10 to the side and start playing around with that and see what it's all about with Kenwoods. Found it a bit confusing to begin with. The terminology is slightly different. The way of laying out the key features that you use to drive the radio are different from Yaesu's standpoint. I have used a couple of icons before, so I thought the jump would be not so big to drive a Kenwood, but yeah, no, it's actually a bit different. It doesn't help that this radio doesn't have that many how-to videos online. A lot of videos on YouTube are just examples of people receiving from it, but not much information in terms of if you want to do DG modes, what do you connect it to, how do you connect the interface, what cards do you need, that sort of thing. I didn't see videos like that. When I was putting into Google search, like how do I know that the antenna tuner is working, how do I know when it's engaged, when it's disengaged, the power settings, how to verify the power settings are correct, stuff like that. Just beginner stuff, just to get you up and running, operating the radio. A lot of it I figure out clicking around, pressing buttons, hoping that I don't break it. Yeah, but I think I'm getting there. It's a very lovely radio. It sounds really nice. The audio from it, I actually prefer it compared to my Yaesu. Yeah, I don't know, it feels so, there's an analog tone to it, there's a timbre to it that is really nice. It's really warming up to me. I don't know, it's each day that I play with the radio, it's more tempting not to sell it, but yeah. So while playing with it, I've discovered I'm not getting the kind of volume that I would expect from the external speaker port. Turns out that it's a common fault on these radios, old capacitors, leaking capacitors, that sort of thing. So it's a simple repair, so I'm going to delve into that. I've just been having a look in my shack supplies and found that I do in fact have the correct capacitor to do the repair. I don't know if that's going to focus. It's probably going to focus on my face, but yeah, I'm going to give that a go. I've seen a quick video on how to locate the correct capacitor. It looks like it's accessible, so yeah, I'm going to give that a go. And fingers crossed I don't mess up the radio, because it is actually up for sale. But I'm looking forward to better sound quality from the external speaker once I've done this. So yeah.
Number 5, Bravo. Fox 5, Bravo, November, Lima, 59, thanks. Thank you. Sierra 53, Whiskey Alpha.
Golf 0 Alpha Golf Tango.
Echo Alpha 7.
0 Alpha Golf Tango.
Golf 0.
Golf 0 Alpha Golf Tango.
Golf 0 Alpha Golf Tango 5 and 9.
Thank you. You're also 5 and 9. Over.
Thank you. Sierra 53 Whiskey Whiskey America.
So I don't want to start doing anything with that. That then starts acting as an antenna, and we start having more issues than anything. So very difficult to ground the station here. I've looked at these false grounding mats and things you can buy, but I don't really fancy the idea of that, to be honest with you, Gary. So I don't have anything grounded here at the moment. The shack's in the middle of the house, and there's just no way to do it. It's just a terrible position, but not much I can do about it, unfortunately. I'm sure there's somebody could come up with some sort of an idea. My mate, who's an electrician, said we could do something right outside the shack window here, and just go down even down a couple of feet into the ground and just run a couple of bars horizontally rather than vertically down into the ground, because that's impossible to do because of the solid stone up here. It's just rock. It's just basically on top of a rock here. It's horrible. But it's just unless I move to DH, which we have been thinking about. Maybe in a couple of years we may move out to a more rural place, and that of course would help me with local RFI shifts, which would be great for me. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, Yuri, well, enjoy your time with the kids. I'm going to go and make my evening meal. It's just after 7, of course. I'll go through and make some dinner, and I'll come back in here a little later tonight. For the dairy on 40, big signal as well as 80. OK2IT, BA5JZ. Yep.
So here's the radio. So I find that once you turn up the volume past this point, it starts sounding very horrible, crackling, and it sounds like you're overdriving it, but the volume output would be very low. Same thing as well with RF gain. Once you start going beyond this point, you're not getting the volume level you desire, but it starts distorting and crackling, etc. So definitely the cap is has gone bad. So I'm gonna give that a go, and it should be nice and simple, should be straightforward. So this is the one in there is actually a 10 volt, so I've been recommended to change it with a 25 volt. So yeah, I'm gonna give that a go. So the board is actually under the board that I want. That's a C4 FM net, you hear me there. I've had the radio sync now, so I'm not expecting any capacity to be charged. I'm still going to be careful, so I don't destroy anything. I don't like taking these things off because there's a lot of screws, man. A lot of screws. I'm hoping these legs are not screwed in. I don't know if this plate would. Yeah, it's also screwed into the body of this thing. Ooh. Okay, that's filters. It's not what we need. What we need is near the down here. So perfect. The legs are not screwed in. Now I believe This is the board that we need. But I am not seeing the capacities that I'm expecting. Ah, there we go. Whoa, that's really bad, isn't it? Look at that. Oh, hold on a second. Can you see that? That is terrible. My God. The other ones are looking alright. I don't have an oscilloscope to put a probe on that, but that's another way of finding out if you're getting the correct voltages. But we won't need that because we can clearly see what our problem is. Alright, what else? I'm gonna have a quick look at this board and see if there are any other things that scream at me. But I'm so glad I had the courage to open it up and see what's going on in there. So I've just taken this out from here. It just goes straight out. I'm trying to create some space to get this out. Now I think I'm going to use hot air. Just take my time, put a lot of hot air, soft blow, nothing crazy. Take my time and just lift it out. Other option is break the legs off and then use hot air to then get those bits out. But let's try hot air first. There's lots of things to disconnect, etc. So yeah, I'm not gonna risk it disconnecting all of this. Let's use some hot air. So I'm gonna use this to shield the parts that I don't want to warm up. So it's foil tape, basic foil tape. Just gonna put it together and stop anything or blow away. Now use this thing for let's see if we can get down there. And then you do it, just do it. So that should that nicely. Let's do this a bit. That's not pretty there. It doesn't look like there's anything else on the other side. So I'm just going to take my time. Try not to melt anything. Just take my time. Just put it towards you. Let's get it close here. So there we go. So there we go. So it's about halfway there, this speed. So 350, the speed, fan speed is about halfway there. Fan speed is about halfway there. Don't know if you can see that knob. 350. All right. Woo. Yeah. Watch what you're doing. I just touched it. That got me good. Yep, it's hot. That's got my finger good. It's already bubbling. It's already bubbling. Just gotta make sure that I don't damage the track. So, oh my god, that smells terrible. Oh my god, that smells so terrible. Just gently tugging on it, not pulling. Remember, don't wanna rip it out of the trucks. Don't wanna rip the trucks out. When it's hot enough, the solder will just come off. I hope it doesn't pop because it's a lot of heat. Can't see what's happening there. I feel like the solder is off, but the little wires are actually getting in the way of coming out. Don't want to damage the track. The shielded components are still fine. I think my next strategy is give it a gentle twist and snap off the legs. Just like that. I'm not pulling on the track. I just want that little wire to snap off. Take your time. Take time. No rush. No rush. I'm not sure how long this is gonna go, so I'm just gonna pause the video for now, but I'm just gonna wiggle it until it breaks off when it's on. Alright, it's feeling loose now. It's feeling much looser now. Come on. working. It's working. Trust the process. Trust the process. It's almost out. Let me see if I can get in with this little guy. It seems like this is the perfect job for it. Try and squeeze it in there and snip. There we go. Ah. I mean, I scotched it. I scotched it with the heat gun, but it was toast anyway. So, main objective success. We have not damaged the pad. I'm just gonna clean that and then desolder what's left over there and get the new one in. Happy days. Alright, I have no choice but to get the board out so I can get under because that all the solder is under it, under the board, and those are some chunky legs there. So to do a proper job and not cause any damage, I'm gonna have to lift the board. All right. This was loads of screws, man. I don't want to use these boards. I feel like they're too fragile. I need somewhere else to hold and lift this out. Come on. I don't want to undo anything else that I don't need to. Alright, let's keep this side down. Let's keep this side down and lift only this side. See if we can only lift this side. Come on. Oh, Jesus. There we go. Oh. God. Let's move the radio out of the way. That's the back of the board. So what we want is right there by this leg here, and I think it's these two big where's my tweezer here. That's our two legs here, so I need to get that out and then put in the new one. I need to think about how I'm going to clean that area, because it's quite difficult to clean. The stuff that spilled out of the capacitor is corrosive and will damage this board, so I really gotta clean it. I really gotta clean it off. Okay, so I'm heating my iron to 377 degrees. 350 should be fine, but it's already on 377, so I'll just leave it there. Good stuff, very good stuff. Bit of flax. Basic solder plunger. Make sure that is nice and empty. Here we go. Should use solder wick really now, because it's really sort of alright, let me see if I can just drop it through the hole. Let me just get it to drop through the hole. Come on, drop down. Because I'm not going to be able to pull it out. Or suck out something of that size. Damn it. I've moved all the solder off, so so more flax there, plenty of flax on the wick. Don't know if you can see this. Yeah, got it in camera. Let's try that. Moves around quite a bit. Wow, it looks to me like it's done the job. That looks clean. Where am I aiming? Yeah, there. That looks clean. Clean that up and push the little wires through. This one is so long. This one is so long, I'm gonna have to cut it and then push it back through, because I don't think that's gonna come through the other side because of the way it's crooked, the way it looks. It's not gonna fit through that. So where is it? There. I'm gonna have to cut it off and then push it back through. My goodness, finally got it out. There. Oh God, that was tough. Now I need to clean that. Alright, I think that's the cleanest I'm gonna get. Ooh. I think that's the cleanest I'm gonna get it without ruining the board, so I'm gonna leave it to that. I'm gonna leave it there and put the new one in. Alright, I've got the legs now set, ready to solder, and then I've left a little bit of space to raise it up a bit, like the way I found it raised, to make it easier if it needs replacing again. I mean, looking at the age of the radio, it shouldn't need replacing again, but if it lasts forever and needs replacing in the future, it will be easier for the next person. Flux, gotta love flux. Got my iron. There we go. Nice contact there. We don't want dry joints. Perfect. Well, I say perfect, but you guys online are probably gonna have other ideas. There we go. Nice blob there. I'm sure that that's not a dry joint. Should be good. Yep, I knew that was gonna fling some off. Where does it always fling off like that? Desoldering critics. How does that look? Is that good? I didn't short the damn thing, so yeah. Clear the bench and put it back in the radio. I should check for potential other issues, but I'm not an expert with surface mounts and stuff like this. I mean, there's not really that many surface mounts on here, but I don't want to get extra ideas and end up damaging this thing, so let's put it back in. Let's put it back in before we get any more ideas. So I'm gonna screw it in and then plug in the wires and give it a test. Okay, let's see how many I can do without looking back at the pictures. Now the pictures are on that phone that's recording right now, so I will have to stop the recording to review any pictures if I forget anything. Ooh, can't touch this. Can't touch this. This one, I don't remember what it was. I can't see anything that it can connect to. I have to consult the pictures for that one. This one I know was right here, and then the one next to it was right on top. This one was right on top, and then this one was right down here. It was coming over like this. Let me do that one last. Let me do these ones. Now most of these, well, pretty much all of them anyway, there's only one way of putting them in. And because these wires are thick, I think they carry quite a bit of current, so they hold shape. Even these ribbons, they hold shape, so you shouldn't really be second guessing yourself where stuff goes. Having a problem with clearance. There we go. This one is the only one I'm left with. So it turns out it actually wasn't plugged in. It was just tucked away under here. Good thing we take pictures before we take things apart. So that's that. That is that. Now let's close it before we get any ideas. And we got it. Alright, I'm excited. We can touch the thing. I'm excited. Man, we don't know that. We have screws. I was going to mention about screws. And one of them. But we actually have spares. I'm just sitting right here. That, I'll say you link to me. And then this one also now. And then the sugar open. Alright, screw this just. I'm excited about this. Something. Connect the big daddy speaker. And hear you in your full glory. Plug the power in. That's it. Now, one of two things is gonna happen. Either we're not gonna have audio, or we're gonna have very nice audio. Oh, moment of truth. No audio there. Nope, no audio. Squelch. We don't have audio, so that did not work out well, did it? I need to open it up and try again. Maybe I've put the capacitor the wrong way around. But yeah, no audio there. So it didn't work. I opened it up again. This was tucked away under like that, and I missed it. So this was not connected. It was tucked away under like that, and I missed it. I'm hoping that is all I need to plug in and get some sound, because I'm happy with that soldering job. There is no way. So plug that in there, put this ribbon back in. I think this time I'm gonna power it on upside down open like this, just to save time. No, remember, you're plugging this upside down, so the locking flap on that side. Alright, let's click in. Alright. Please give me something. Yes. Sounds a bit mute though. Oh, come on, I was expecting louder than that. It's not crackling. It's definitely not crackling anymore. But the volume on that is rubbish. Is the speaker too big for it? Now this SP23 is 8 ohms, which is what it's asking for on the tin there. So let's give that no, it's not as loud. It's not crackling. One, 3, 3. All right. So the auto gain control is working. We heard it turning that volume down. We heard it kicking in actually. So the auto gain control is working nicely. All right, let's find the SSB signal on 80 meters. Oh, that sounds nice now. I feel like the auto gain control is definitely kicking in. AGC is definitely kicking in. How do I switch it off? Guys, how do I switch off AGC on this radio? It gets really loud, but the AGC is kicking in and cutting the volume. But at least we know it works. So that's a successful repair. I'm gonna put it all together and call it a day, a night. So we currently have a storm, a coronal mass ejection. So can't jump on the HF bands to test out our repair. Severe storm, so what a shame. What a shame. That sounds good. That's nice and loud. Look where my volume is. Ah, that's very good. That's very good.